I just saw somebody say to me, "Good morning." Well, it's in the evening here. It's 9 o'clock in the evening, and I'm in the Netherlands. And welcome. I'm here for Gelli Arts. I'm Marsha. I'm one of the brand ambassadors for Gelli Arts, and so I make videos for the YouTube channel and accompanying blog posts for the blog. And Gelli Arts has a new blog, so if you haven't been there in a while, you should check it out. And yeah, let's just start. Oh, I can see Madison. Hi, Madison. Madison is there for you in the chat. She will post links to whatever I'm using, and she will answer your questions if you have some. Yeah, let's just hi Birgit. Let's just start. And now you see my table, and on my table is the 6x6 jelly plate and the I don't know what it's called, the perfect placement tool. I just keep saying the PPT, so I'm only using the letters, but it's the perfect placement tool that I'm going to be using. But if you don't have it, that's okay, because everything I'm going to show you, you can do without the tool too. I also have a brayer, and I have some stencils to work with, and I also have some temporary adhesive and some texture making tools, and we'll see what we are going to use. I also have one of the mini combs by Gelli Arts, and I also have some foam stamps here, but you can use whatever you have. And then, of course, paint. I will get to that in a minute. So the perfect placement tool, if you haven't seen it yet, you can adjust these little brackets to fit the size of your plate. So I'm using the 6x6 plate, so I need to put the brackets into the slot for the 6x6. And here, and of course, here is the same 6x6. It says so on the tool itself. If you have the 5x7 plate, you need to put the brackets in a different place. If you are working with the 3x5 plate, you can adjust the size. And if you use the 8x10 plate, it's all the way here. Anyway, we're using the 6x6, so it should be here. And then, if you have paper, oh, I should tell you, the paper I'm using is drawing paper. That's what I like to use. And I jotted down somewhere. It's about 100 lbs. So it's a little bit thicker. And that's because I'm going to be layering. Because with the perfect placement tool, you can layer in a way that you get a perfect print every time. That's why it's called the perfect placement tool. But before I start, I want to make a mask, and I'm going to use scissors. I'm going to make a simple mask, and the way I usually do it is I just start cutting. But you can draw something first, or you can fold the paper in half and then start cutting. Let's see if I can make some kind of vase. Let me see. Is this far enough? So I don't usually do the fold because now I can't see what I'm cutting. Let me see how that turned out. Mwah, that's okay. We can use that. It's a bit small, but that's okay. And now, of course, I also have the paper where I cut it out. And we're going to use that first. Are we going to use that first? No. So I have my mask. I have my, let's call it a stencil. And I'm going to start by printing a solid layer of color, and the paint I'm using here is Winsor & Newton Galleria, and the color is Cadmium Yellow Pale Hue. I'm going to roll this out. And now I'm going to place the tool in the corner, and I have my paper here. It's A4 paper, and I don't know if you can see that. I don't think you can see that. I'm going to push the paper against the bracket. Maybe I can do it on this side, like this. Up. And now push it down. And I like to push the tool aside for a bit so I can feel the edges of the plate, but you don't have to do that. It's just personal preference. And there's my first layer. So I probably should have tested this beforehand, but I'm going to pull the plate down a little bit so you will be able to see, hopefully, what I do with the tool. Let me see. Yeah, now you can see the bracket over here. That's important. Okay, anyway, what I forgot is when I had the paper down here, to make sure that I don't forget which side I pulled the print, I'm going to put a little arrow here so I know this is the right way up. And now, what color am I going to use? This one. This is Winsor & Newton Galleria Permanent Rose. And I'm going to put a little drop here. Brayer it. Maybe I could have done with a little bit more. I don't know. See. I haven't used the square plate in a while, which is weird because it's actually the first plate I ever purchased. And this is my actual first plate, so I have had this one for years and it's still going strong. Let's put a stencil down, and I think I'm going to remove some of the paint from the openings with tissue paper. You can use parchment paper or computer paper instead. It's not important. Tissue paper is nice to use for collage later. And now I want to place my stencil down. The stencil that I cut, and now Where should I put it? I'm going to put it here. This is of course not very handy, but and now I can place my paper back on top with the arrow pointing up. And now you can see I'm pushing it against the bracket at the top, and then I've got it aligned perfectly. And hopefully I was fast enough to pull the print. Let's see what I've got. There you have our vase. So next, I can pull this up. Oh, of course this is only like a scrap of paper, so it isn't very sturdy. You can also use acetate to make a mask and a stencil like this, but it's okay. I can make a new one again. Where's my vase? And now I need a temporary adhesive to mask off this vase. Going to place it over the print. And now I want some kind of table where the vase is standing on. So what color? I'm just checking if I see you talking in the chat, but I think you are all a bit quiet. I don't know. This wasn't very good, what I did here. Let's take that off. Oh, let's do it over there. Because I wanted a table, right? I didn't tell you the color, but it's Liquitex Basics Acrylic Cerulean Blue U. I hope I pronounced that right because it's a difficult word for me. Oh yeah. And now my favorite thing to do with the tool is just to create stripes. I think it might be a little high, but let's just go with it. I'm pushing the tool against the plate again, and now I'm pushing the paper against the top bracket, and I'm pulling my print. And now I know that the mask is, oh no, the mask is staying put for a change. Well, there you have my print, and now if I lift this off, you can see what I'm trying to do. However, I'm not happy with this yet. I want something happening here too. So now I'm just going to leave that. That will be okay. What color? What color? Maybe this one. This is Pebeo Studio Acrylics Blue Turquoise. Or turquoise blue. I think the blue turquoise is the French name. But anyway. And maybe, oh, I keep messing up. Okay, fingers are clean again. What I wanted to do is put some paint over here, just a little bit, and then roll the brayer through. And then what will I do? Maybe put some in this corner. Let's see. This is not a lot. A little bit more. And bubble wrap. Bubble wrap is also always a good idea. I'm going to push that into the paint. And now I put the tool back again and do the same thing. Push the paper against the brackets at the top. And now I'm going to pull my prints. So if you don't have the tool, you can just place the same sheet of paper that you're printing on under the plate, so you can align the lines, the edges of the paper underneath, and then the edges of the paper that you're printing with the edges of the paper underneath, and then you can print in the same place every time. Of course, it's not perfect, but you can make really cool prints with that, and it will be okay. Like this is with the perfect placement tool, and I still managed to get some paint seepage at the side. So yeah, you just have to roll with it. Anyway, so this is what that looks like. I can see that there was some paint from the second layer left, but that's cool. And now I want to add something in this corner. And what color would be nice? I kind of feel like it could be the same color, like the same turquoise again. So let's try that. And maybe a little bit closer to this edge, because I have this yellow left over. What am I going to use? Another stencil. Maybe this one. I'm going to take some of the paint away again with tissue paper. And let's see what happens. There we go. Now that's what that looks like. And of course now I want something here, because this is still not printed on. I'm looking at my colors, and I still have some lighter blue. This one, this is a Winsor & Newton Galleria powder blue. And then I want it here. So let's see what we can do. No, not on this side, of course. Well, let's go with it. Let's create a little border here. And maybe I can use some punchinella. And maybe I'll keep it like this. Place the tool back and pull another print. Let's see what happened here. Okay. I'll put this up so you can see what it looks like without it. That's nice. What do you think? Does it need more layers? Tell me. I see hearts flying, so that's the delay. What do you think? Does it need more? Oh, you all like it, so okay. Heike says she loves it. That is yes. Perfect. Polka dots lower right. Polka dots lower right. So this is the lower right. Polka dots. Do you mean the punchinella? Wait a minute. What do I have here? I have some dots. Like these. Maybe we can do that. I don't know how, but we are going to try it. And then you can start thinking, because I'm going to create a new mask and stencil in a minute. Once I've got this layer down. And of course I need to clean the plate now, because otherwise we will have striped polka dots. And that's not what we want. If you have any suggestions of what I should cut out next for a new mask and a stencil, then just type in and I will try if I can make that work. What am I looking for? I don't know. So what color? So I still have some of this pale violet. So I think I'm going to go with pale violet, or no, we're going to do white. I'm going to do white. Let's see. Is this clean? Yes, this is clean. And I should probably also mask off the vase again. This is going to go right here. The vase, and I think, no, yeah, the adhesive is still on. Hopefully it's enough. Yeah, I think it is. And now We'll see. I'm just eyeballing this a little bit. Let's see what happens. Okay, so here's where the perfect placement tool comes in handy. See how I did not create a full circle here? But, so I know I need to go all the way up to here. So what I can do is clean this off a little more. And then put some new paint on. Let's see. Now, of course, this I don't want it to go over the line. So I want it like this. And then I want this to be over here. And I think I'm going to use a little bit of the non-permanent adhesive. And place this exactly where I want it. And now hopefully this paper is a problem. Yep. Placing the tool back. And now we're going to see if I put too much paint on there. Let's see. I don't know. Let's see. I think it's all right. I think it's all right. Let's see. So I have one dot here. That's okay. I have a little bit of a dot there, but that's okay too. So now we've got this. And if I'm not happy with how it looks, I can place this back again. And maybe I think I need dots all the way over here. And I can do that too. Let me see. Put this back with the adhesive hopefully still working. Is it? Yeah, so that's stuck. And now let's clean this off again. So maybe I think this is way too white. I want a little bit of pink in there. I don't know. And then smoosh that on the plate. I think there's something on my brayer. Yeah, there is. Okay, there we go. Put this back I don't know, let's see. Is that... I think it will be okay without it. Push the paper against the brackets and the tool against the plate. Pushing it aside. And pulling my print. So now you can see I printed right over where the dots already were. And I can just change the color if I want. So let's pull this up. And now it looks like this. I don't know if it's better, but I think it still looks fun. So I think I saw someone say, let me see. I think someone said I should put a flower in the vase. I think so. A straw in the bottle. Yeah, we could do that too. Yeah, we could do that too. I don't know how I would put a straw in there. I'm thinking, and I'm not thinking out loud, but I have a feather here. So maybe I can try and do something with the feather over here. Let's see if we can pull that off. So the feather, I don't have a green here, but I have this same blue that I used here. Maybe that would be nice. And then it's over here. So I'm looking at the print and I'm deciding, okay, I only need something here. So I don't need a whole lot of paint. And of course I need to put the mask back on. It's like a puzzle, printing like this. So you need to keep thinking, what is happening? What will happen if I do this? Over here. I don't know. Let's try this. See what happened. Okay, now we've got this, but the fun thing is that I can lift this and I can pull the print again because it's going to be in the same place, right? I'm doing such a great job keeping my hands clean. Can you see that? Now let's see what happened. Oh, okay. Now it looks like this. It's not, I could have had the, I don't know what you call that, the middle of the feather a little bit more in the middle of the vase, but it's kind of cool, I think. So now maybe, because this is a bit of a harsh line, and if I want to keep it that way, I think I would have wanted it a little bit more to the right. I don't know. Should I keep it like this? Layering, okay. I don't know. I think that maybe this should stay like this. If I look at the computer screen that I have over there, I think it looks cool. And we have about 20 minutes left. So do you have any suggestions of what I should cut out next? Because I think we can do another print. And I'm going to keep this like this, right? So I'm going to pull a base layer, and then you can give me a suggestion of what I should print next. So maybe another vase, or maybe some flower, or I don't know if that was for me. There's someone said, I see someone saying that I should crop inches off. But I'm not going to crop anything off. But because the cool thing about these prints is that I can, I don't know what you call that in English. I think it's called a mat. I can put a mat around the print, and then if I leave all of the paper around the print, I can make sure that the mat stays put, if that makes sense. So someone says an umbrella, a bird, a kitty. Oh, yeah, I think it needs to be a kitty. I'm sorry, people. I think it needs to be a kitty. But let's pull this print first. So again, I'm just doing the base layer. You can put some texture in there if you want. But there's going to be so much on top that I think just a solid base layer is good. And because I did not really clean the plate, there is enough texture in this print. Like I can see some of the punchinella here, and there are some like spots of other color. So this is interesting enough for me. And now for the kitty. I need some paper and some scissors. A kitty. I think it needs a tail, but I don't know if I can manage that. Let's see. This is going to be a very interesting kitty. So the tail comes out. I hope this is entertaining for you. Oh no! Yeah. I should have drawn it first, right? I'm trying to cut corners and it's not working. Let's see. I think it's okay. You can tell this is a kitty, right? Can you see it? Yeah. We're just going to go with it. And now I cut this, and maybe it would be a good idea to put a little bit of tape on there. Like this. So that can stay together. Of course, this is going to be a silhouette now. Well, we can still have some pattern in there. Maybe not flowers. What else do I have? Well, I have some really cool stamps here, so maybe we can use the stamps. And then, what color is the kitty? I'm afraid the kitty is going to be blue. I'm just going to go with it. Okay. And then I think I'm going to place this one here, but I want it like this, I think, with the tail. Well, okay. And now I'm going to push the foamy into the paint, and I'm stamping it off on my paper. This is my own foamy from the triple play set that I designed with Natalie Kaalbeck and Birgit Koopsen. Let's not pull that up yet. And now this paper is way too big again. And of course I also forgot to put the arrow there, but that's okay. Let's pull this print first, and I can do this quickly. So I don't usually use paper this thick. So this is, what did I say? Around 100 lbs. And it's 225 GSM. And see what happened there. Let's see if we can put this back. I can't feel where the stencil is. Usually I can feel it, and now I can't because the paper is too thick. But because of all the layering I'm doing, the thicker paper is a good idea. Now let's see if that's better. No, it's not. Okay. So this didn't work out, but that's okay, because I'm just going to pull this up a little bit, and then I'm going to put some new paint in the corner. And where's my stamp? So I put the stamp in my pocket with my damp cloth to make sure that it doesn't dry out while I'm printing, because I'm going to forget. So I'm putting this in here. This is wet or damp, so the paint can't dry on my stamp. And then I can clean it afterwards. So let's put this back. So hopefully that worked. Oh no! What happened? What did I do wrong? Okay. It's a mystery. Maybe I didn't pay attention enough. Anyway, now I'm just going to go with it. So I'm going to pull this up. And I'm tearing the paper, but that's okay. And there's some paper stuck to the plate. That's okay too. So, yeah. I have the mask. And I have the temporary adhesive. And maybe I should put some on the tail. And I'm going to place this over the kitty where I intended it to be. And now I'm going to make sure that I have some opaque paint. So this is opaque and hopefully it's going to cover my mistake. Let's clean this. Just to make sure that the wrong kitty doesn't transfer onto our paper again. And now I'm going to put this in the middle, I think, kind of. And I'm not going to do any textures because I want to cover this, right? So let's try. And this time I'm going to pay attention. So I'm putting the paper, pushing it against the top bracket here. And now I'm placing it down. And hopefully this will take care of my mistake. Let's see. Oh. The tail is giving me trouble, but that's okay. Okay, didn't get rid of it completely. Let's put this back. Maybe it needs a little bit more adhesive. Now it's like, it's a little bit like it's a crown. Like a tiara. Maybe a little bit more white. So this is oh, this is the wrong color. Let's not do that. Where is it? This one. I'm going to put some white in there too. That to the side. Let's see. I can do that all the way to the top. Let's see if this covers it. Tool in the right place. Paper, oh, I'm making a mess. Paper in the right place. This paint was still on my scrap of paper. Oh, 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 oh. Well, that is gone. And now, of course, this is not gone yet, but now you can see that it's a cat, right? And now the cat needs to sit on something at the bottom, I think. Just put the mask back. And what do I have? I also had some yarn, I think, somewhere. So I'm making a huge mess. Oh, the yarn is here. And what color? Not pink. Well, maybe I have that permanent rose, so let's use that at the bottom. I think there was still paint on my brayer because of the blue that I also had on my print. And now I've got the yarn. Maybe just see if I can make let's see what happens. So with the tool you can make perfect prints, but you do need to pay attention. So you still need to focus. Let's see. Okay, that now looks like this. And of course I'm going to do the same I did with the feather earlier. I can pull this up and pull another layer with all the fun details in the yarn. Let's see. Okay. Now this is a little bit high for me, a little bit too high, but that's okay. Let's see the time. I've still got 5 minutes. So now it looks like this. I feel like this does not have enough contrast. I know it looks a little bit better on the screen, on the computer screen. Maybe we can do something over here, like I did with the last print. Let's put the kitty back. So, do you still have any questions for me that I can answer? Because now is the time to ask them. I think you are all loving the print, as far as I can tell. Maybe we can do this. Put the tool back and then So you can keep layering and layering and layering. Maybe a moon, says Tina. Yeah, that could be cool. Oh, you are talking about a moon and someone is doing fireworks outside. Look, look, look. I think that looks better. So a moon, a moon, a moon. And we will need to cut something. A super pink moon. Yeah, that was what I was thinking too. I was thinking, let's make it easy and make it a round moon. Let's see if I can do that. I don't know, can you hear the fireworks going off here? It seems loud to me. Not that loud, but loud enough for you to hear it. Happy King's Day. Yeah, but King's Day was yesterday. You know what I think that it is? I think the curfew ended. Our curfew ended. Yesterday was the last time we had a curfew. And it's 10 o'clock now. So there's no curfew. I think that's why we are having fireworks now. So there's the moon. Where do I want it? Over here, I think. Let's see. I'm sorry, I don't have control over the fireworks outside. So I think it needed to be a pink moon. I somehow got more paint on my fingers. I don't know where it came from. Let's put this here. I think it's over now. I hope. Let's see. Yeah, I think the fireworks are done. And there's my print. Done. I think we're going to leave it at this. So I'm going to turn the camera around again. Let's see how I will do that. Can I do that? Yeah, I think so. Okay. There I am. And I have these clips. So I caught glimpses of the chat. I hope you all had a good time. I enjoyed myself. I made crazy colorful fingers and I made 2 fun prints. I love this one the best, I think. This one could use a little more. And maybe I will finish it and I will post it on my Instagram. And then there are a couple things I need to say to you. So, first of all, thanks for coming. And I wanted to tell you about Tanya's Zoom class. There's a Zoom class, a Michael Zoom class on Monday the 3rd of May. And you can register, and I hope Madison will post the link to the registration in the chat. And then, of course, we are all gearing up for May, because in May, Birgit is hosting another one of her 31 days of gel printing. And I hope you will all join us, because it's going to be so much fun. You will learn heaps just by doing it every day. And of course, you don't have to play along every day, but I think it will be a lot of fun. So hopefully I will see you there. Oh, I think there's also another Facebook coming, but I don't know. I wrote down when it is, but I think it's the 12th of May. Anyway, so visit our blog, the Gelli Arts blog. There's a new post coming tomorrow. And hopefully until next time. Okay, bye. Thanks for coming.